What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Super Bowl Sunday episode of the Daily Juice podcast being presented by BetMGM. I'm your host, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt. To follow me on Twitter, the BetMGM offer, well, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Not a bad day to use that offer. $1,000 first bet offer for new users. The code is JUICE. Promo code JUICE at BetMGM.com. Go and try it today for new users. $1,000 first bet offer with the promo code JUICE. All right, so not a good Saturday. I don't know how many bets I've lost in the NHL via shootout this year, but it's high. I mean, it's easily the number one reason why I've missed bets is by taking a side. I'm just better with totals. I'm going to stick with totals for a little bit. This is the interesting thing about today. So the Bruins lost. The Devils lost. We were on both those money lines. Creighton won. So Creighton's leg of the parlay hit. And then Yair Rodriguez looked phenomenal. Josh Emmett was in deep water. I thought his chin would be better. I thought he'd handle the wear and tear better, but he was just beaten up by Rodriguez. That was a straight mismatch. The main event's going on right now. So at best, it's a 1-3 day. At worst, it's an 0-4 day. And down big. So I kind of wiped out. Whatever I was up, I wiped out. So we're not looking like that great. Probably a losing week for the first week with me being back for the Daily Juice. Not great, but, you know, we go ups and downs. We ride with it. It's the Super Bowl, okay? I've been talking about this game. Listen to my voice. I've been talking about this game now for a week, and I'm just burned. I'm burned out. So rather than go into everything and the reasons why I'm betting everything, I'm going to invite you just to join Joe Pisapia, Matthew Freeman, and me coming up at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time on the Betting Pros YouTube channel. We'll be live breaking down all my bets, all their bets, all what's happening, line movements and whatnot heading into the Super Bowl. So if you want the full breakdown, the full explanation as to why I'm making these plays, tune in there. I will tell you this. I'm not going that heavy, and I'm doing a lot of half-unit bets, and the reasons I'll get to in a second as to what I've got from a ticket perspective, but also because there's hockey today. I'm going to have personal plays on hockey. I know no one will care about betting hockey today. It's all about football. It's the last football game of the year. Everyone's treating it like a funeral. Okay, but to me, it's kind of just another game. It's, there's more unique prop bets we can make, but like, just a game. I mean, it's just another game in the 365 edition of the Daily Juice. So I don't want to go too crazy with this, but I will tell you right here at the top that you guys should try to get the Betting Pros Premium because they've got a ton of really cool stuff that you guys can take a look at, and you guys might be able to win and or subscribe to yourself if you would want to, because picks, plays, leans, you take a look at some expert analysis of what's happening. The way you win a year of Betting Pros Premium is to subscribe to this podcast right now, right above, comment on this actual video. And when you do, we will potentially upgrade you for free to Betting Pros Premium. We got a ton of good stuff, tools simply to help you cash more bets. It's that simple. If you don't want to wait for the giveaway and you want to pay for it directly, you can do so. bettingpros.com/upgrade. Start betting smarter, not harder. All right. I have a plus 1450 ticket on the Eagles over the Chiefs. Now, I bet that as an exacta. Okay. I have a half a unit down on that before the playoffs began. I came back and I have a smaller quarter unit bet on the Chiefs over the Eagles, which pays me about 6-1, I believe it is, which is not great, but it covers the bet, okay? So that lets me be a little bit quirky on this game, all right? So I'm going to do what I love to do. I love same-game teasers, and I think this is a same-game teaser opportunity that is presenting itself quite well, because if you tease the total up to 57, you cross both 51 and 54, which are two gigantic key numbers. And I just don't see this football game getting that crazy. Okay, 30-27 is 57. Now, everyone's playing that because of some stupid simulation, but I'm going to put it to 57 and take the under, all right? I'm going to take the Chiefs, and I'm going to take them from plus 1.5, and I'm going to tease it up to 7.5. I'm going to cross 7. I'm going to cross 3. Because I have a bigger wager, I'll win more if the Eagles win outright. So why not try to create a middle opportunity here? And while the Chiefs over the Eagles bet would go away, it's a smaller wager, and then I'll win more here on a minus 120 when I bet 1.2 units down to win 1 unit coming back. All right. So I'm just trying to earn. I want to make sure I'm covering myself and covering bets, covering all sides. And since I've got this 14.5 to 1 play coming in, so it'll win me 7 units to come in and do it, I got some flexibility here to kind of play around to make sure I'm covering that half a unit. And I do that with the Chiefs money line bet. But I also can do a same game teaser for 1 unit and play with it. And maybe if the Eagles win by 3, by 4, by 5, and then the game goes under, then I cover it all and I win it all. So that's my play here with a same game teaser. Chiefs plus 7.5 and the under 57 6-point teaser at minus 120. DraftKings has that at minus 120 that you can go ahead and jump into a lot with that. All right. So in the prop market, I'm going to give you a couple. I'll give you a couple of more tomorrow as well on the show that we're going to do here, the YouTube show that we'll do coming up at 1 p.m. Eastern time. But I'll give you a couple here right away. My 2 favorite prop bets that I like the best. I like the shortest touchdown to go under 1.5 yards. That's hit 5 of the last 6 years for a half a unit at minus 160. So win it to lay enough here to get a half a unit coming back. I like that prop a lot. I think we're going to see interference in the end zone, tackled at the 1. I mean, it's a very consistent bet to see that come in. And then Travis Kelce has been an absolute wagon in the postseason to the over. He's had 95 or more receiving yards in 7 of 8. The last game he missed it, but he still went over his prop by a half a yard. And against this Eagles defense, dink and dunk, the number is 7.5 now for Kelce. I don't mind a play on his receptions. I just think Kelce's going to have a couple of big plays of 20 or more yards. And I think he goes over 78.5 yards receiving at minus 115. So lay enough down to win that back for a half a unit there, okay? So those are my 2 favorite player props going in. I have more that I'm going to have play that we'll get into and talk about coming up. But I am a little bit different because of the exacta bets that I've got going on. And this podcast is really based upon what I'm going to do. So that's how I'm playing this game. Chiefs plus 7.5 teased up. Under 57 teased up at minus 120. I'm going to lay 1.2 units down on that. And then I'm going to lay shortest touchdown under 1.5 yards at minus 160 for a half a unit. And Travis Kelce over 78.5 yards receiving at minus 115, also for a half a unit. Now I've got 2 others, probably have 3 others. I'll give you guys coming up later today on the live stream. Haven't done one of these in a while for Betting Pro, so I don't want to spoil all the fun and give away everything. I want to entice you guys to come and watch that and be a part of it. But those are my first 3 plays for the Super Bowl. I'll have more in action as well, hoping to see us come back and get some better plays going here on this one. But I'm very excited to see how this whole thing plays out. Very excited to watch this game. I think the Eagles are going to win. Very possible Eagles first half bets coming. Very possible Eagles alternative spread bets coming at a quarter unit each for those potentially. But we'll get into that coming up on the live stream at 1 p.m. Eastern time coming up on the Betting Pros YouTube channel. Check the time of that to make sure I'm not wrong about that. Check that out on the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get into it, or underneath me here on the YouTube video. You can go ahead and watch that for sure. And I may even give you potentially a play or 2 in hockey if you really ask nicely. I may tell you personally when I'm betting on hockey today. But again, I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm not going to have 15 units in play for the Super Bowl, but I got a chance to pick up a couple of units for sure. I want to make sure I'm earning here versus gambling, and then get some other prop bets and some fun stuff that we can do throughout the entire game. Okay, coming up. We'll do that today, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the live stream. Chiefs teased up to 7.5, under 57. Kelce over 78.5 yards receiving, and the shortest touchdown to be under 1.5 yards. 3 bets for us here. More bets coming up later on today on the live stream here on Betting Pros YouTube channel. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Every morning, it is the Daily Juice Podcast being brought to you by BetMGM.